Wednesday. Yep, it's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock. It's me. It's Sean. It's Colin. I don't know. We got a lot to talk to you people about right now. Sean, how are you? Let's get it going, brother. Couple of things before we get going. Couple of things. One, this is interactive. So do yourself a favor. Like, comment, subscribe. But you know what? Participate in the comments. Give me some shit because I'm going to give it to you right back. And I'm going all Mick Cronin on your ass if you guys show up and don't, show out. I mean, don't be bringing that nonsense in here. Bring the goods, people. I want the goods. This is our time to shine. We smoke cigars. Well, we're not drinking anything because I'm off alcohol. Hey, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but this is official. A friend of mine sent this to me. Don't let the old man in. I ain't letting the old man in. I'm getting in the best shape of my life, and I'm going to have the greatest summer doing stuff, and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to give you updates. We're going to go through it all as the summer progresses. Sean, what do you got?
What's the summer plan? Well, what's the summer health plan here? What is this? Is this Lent stuff that you're kicking it off hot?
No. We went Tai Chi. We've been doing Tai Chi for a couple weeks. I'm all over it. I'm down about 6 pounds. I'm going no carbs for a little bit. 20,000 steps a day. Before you got here, I got back from the funeral, and I got it done, man. I ain't lying. I got it done. Somebody's at my house. I don't care. Dogs barking. People are coming. Doesn't matter. It's 6 o'clock. It's a lifestyle, Sean. It's not a health plan. It's a damn lifestyle. Have a cigar and a lifestyle. How's that?
All right. I like it. We're doing the Summer Dan here. I'm looking to do a little Summer Dan. I think I'm going to be running some hoops.
It's a good time.
I'm going to try to make a team.
You try to make a team, I'll come out and watch. Because I got to get out to New York City. New York City misses me, and I miss them. So as soon as they pick up the trash in New York City, as soon as the garbage collectors come, as soon as Mondami and his whatever it is, communist ass charges all the people, I'll be out there. All right, what's the first thing we got today, Sean? What are we talking about?
Well, let's just kick it off with the huge story from today. Standing with Mick Cronin. He's kind of taken all the sports world by storm. Personally, his tirades I can't get enough of, and I think I figured it out. Dan. He's entertaining. All right? He's not the first coach to come off like an asshole. He's not the first coach to come off like an ass. But if you can deliver it in an entertaining way, it wins me over. If you just look like a jerk, then I'm not going to give you any sympathy whatsoever. But whatever his showman trait is, I am in on it.
Hold on. Did I swear? We're going to go back and look at the tape. I'm going to get to that in 1 second. But I gave up swearing, so I don't know if I swore in this. And if I swore for Lent, then I owe $1. Right now, the count is at 5. I don't know what I did to start this show. But who on here just right here? Where is it? I don't know. I'm not giving up alcohol. I'm not drinking during the week. My bad. Mick Cronin, hey, look, I'm with you. I was listening to Jim Rome. Jim Rome says, I really want to dislike this rant, but I kind of like it, right? I think that's what he said. I was walking, because I do 5 miles a day, people. But anyway, Sean, I dig it. I would have had a problem. I'm not going to lie. I would have had a problem as a dad if he threw my kid off the court because Mick Cronin, didn't see the play. He didn't see the play. He did not see the damn play. I puff at you, Mick Cronin. You didn't see the play. If you'd have seen the play, you'd have been like, hey, all right, good hustle. If the kid didn't hustle, you know this, Sean. You played college football. If the kid didn't hustle, it would have been, we hustle here at UCLA. I don't give a damn if we're down 172. This is UCLA, the home of Jaime Jaquez, Lou Alcindor. You know that was coming. But here's the deal. I was talking to Seth Greenberg, and Seth and I came to this conclusion. I was talking to him a little bit ago. I believe Mick Cronin, and so does Seth, was trying to do the right thing, Sean. I think he was trying to do the right thing and alleviate a handshake line problem by getting the kid out of there. But he was wrong to do that when the kid, I don't care. The kid hustled. He made a play. Ends up being a flagrant foul. Mick was wrong in that. He was right. We'll get to it. But do you agree with my assessment that whole Providence, that whole thing. Played in Mick's mind to get that kid out of there, or am I giving him too much credit?
I think Mick was pissed at the kid, and he didn't want to hear it. I don't know exactly what he said while he was giving him an earful. Right before, there was like 2 seconds right before he was thrown out of there, where it looked like he looked down at Mick, and Mick didn't like it, and he said, "Get off the court." And I honestly, I don't care if you throw a player off the game. I am somebody who, when I played basketball, I ran my mouth a little bit. And my dad was the coach, and I was pulled off the court by my ear. And it is Mount Vernon Youth Athletics Administration lore that young Anderson was pulled off.
Off the court. Did he send you to the locker room?
No, I just sat there with my ear red at the end of the bench.
No, the court, I got a technical foul at St. Jude, and I was dealing in 8th grade. And I guess the rule was you get taken out. And I remember I get taken out, and my smart ass, we started losing, and I sat next to the coach. I went, uh-huh.
Yeah,
that's what happens. No. I went, that's what happens. I need to be out there. I was 8th grade, man. I knew it all, brother. But, hey. Oh, this is a good question. I want to get into this. This is from Tank Shaheen 2854. Dano. Why do NBA players look like WNBA players and WNBA players look like NBA players? Only way to tell the difference is dunks. Honest to God, last night, Lee and I got back from the wake, and we went to dinner, got home, and an NBA game was on. They were interviewing somebody. And I looked at Lee, and I said, honest to God, I thought that was a girl. I did. I thought it was a girl. And Lee's like, Dan, remember – just last night, Tank Shaheen, just last night we talked about this. She goes, don't you remember how many times that we've said, man, at first I thought it was a girls' game. It was like listening to that, what's that big fat kid, John Fanta. Is that his name, John? Call the Indiana game. I swear to God, we thought it was a girl. We thought, like, swear to God, my wife, we were laying there in the couch. She was over here. I was over here. He goes, hey, Dan, who's the girl doing this? I go, I don't know. I had no idea who was doing the game. We just turned it on. Men are becoming dudes and are. Oh yeah, I thought I broached that with a couple other people. Well, Gritty, I think, is on here. Gritty's on here. Gritty knows. I think Gritty thought that he was a girl too. I do. I swear to God, I do. Now. I think that the rant on the reporter was 100% justified. I'm going to give you the floor first, Sean-O-Matic, on the rant to the reporter.
It was tremendous. We have the rant if we want to refresh ourselves.
Play that.
Yeah. Colin, can we throw to the rant real quick, the Cronin rant?
Throw to the rant. That's
I could give a rat's ass about the other team's student section.
I just meant overall the way that you
I would like to give you a kudos for the worst question I've ever been asked.
All right, I'll take it.
Did you like
You should take it.
the preparation of the
You really think I care about the other team's
No, I don't.
student
I don't
section?
think you care about the other.
Are you raising your voice at me?
No, I'm just.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Come on, dude.
No reason.
Come on, dude. Yes, you are. Everybody's standing here listening to you. Everybody. This is on camera. They can hear you. I answered the question. I could give a rat's ass about the other team's student section. I coach UCLA. I don't care about Michigan State students. I mean, who cares?
the preparation.
I give you the floor, my hairy friend.
Every time I see it, I'm more in on him. Because that reporter, are you raising your voice at me? No, I wouldn't raise my voice at you, Mick. No. Say it with your chest. He's dominating you in this scrum. Say it with your chest if you're gonna fire back at the young fiery Mick Cronin. I can't believe that actually pisses me off way more than anything in that clip is how that guy sounded trying to get a lick back on Mick. I think it's a perfect post-game press conference. 3 major hits that we get. I don't care about their student section. Don't raise your voice at me. And it's on video. We all saw it. He didn't give that guy an inch to move. I loved it. It was suffocating. What a jerk. And I like that all these soft writers are now getting anti-Cronin because I know they're softer than anybody else that he's ever worked with.
Look, I said this earlier on a video. Jason Fritz, he used to be at ESPN. He said, well, maybe the reporter was doing a story on the Izzone. Let me give you the other side of that. I don't give a rat's dupayash. I can swear in Serbian. It's in the bylaws. Anyway, I don't give a rat's, Sean. Hey, I got my brains beat out. I threw a kid off the bench. I'm 4 feet nothing. Everybody wants me fired in LA that actually cares. Most of the people don't care. And the first question you ask me, is about their student section booing a player? I'm telling you, there should be a test. You have to answer these 10 questions if you didn't play or coach. Like, you could go into a press conference, you played, you can go in. But if you didn't, then you got to answer 10 questions before you get to ask a question after a game in a press conference. Sean, honest to God, in some ways, I'm going to say it, I admire Mick's composure. But to your point, there's nothing wrong with that reporter going, hey, Mick, suck it. Get out of here. You're getting your brains beat out. Nobody in L.A. cares. You were good with Alford's players. You haven't been worth a crap since. Suck it, Mick. I ain't mad at that, Sean.
Whenever I start seeing the pearl clutching around a coach or a player, I'm like, you are skewed way too far away from me. Then now I'm forced to take their side because I can't stand the soft media. I refuse to accept that their articles will sway me 1 ounce. It will not. As soon as they start saying, "Oh, cruel," your guy in Indy, when he was writing about how cruel Mick Cronin is, I'm sure he's a cruel man.
That was my boy. Yeah. Let me go to that because it's just Doyle. But these writers are so quick, right? So quick to criticize others. When Doyle admits in an article with me that, he tried to get it out of the way so I didn't come back with it because I helped him through a time when he was cheating on his wife with another woman from ESPN who was cheating on her husband. They were meeting up. And I'm sitting there, Sean, trying to help him through. And all of a sudden, here it is, Sean. Like, now we're the great, moralists. I don't care if you write that Mick lost the game. I don't care if you write Mick can't coach. I don't care, but don't moralize. Don't you guys moralize. That's the stuff that burns chaps my backside, as the old folks say. That's the stuff that makes me nuts with this writers. See, I'm doing good here. There's no swearing. But anyway, all right, I got another question. People are siding with us. You know what I mean? Yeah. I agree with that. The best was Tony Tortorella. I agree with that. Give me crap, whatever you want to do, but give me good stuff. Somebody says that's whack. We're adults here. We have the great American penis. We're not 1988, that's whack. Shut up. Walk like a man when you come to the show. Smoke a cigar. Fart, drink, but don't that's the whack. What are you, an 80s boys band? Stop. All right, what's next? Yeah, Doyle moralizing. Don't moralize.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If we're symbiotic on Cronin, I wanted to pick your brain on where you are on this coach. I am constantly angered by Hugh Freeze. Constantly. And I just cannot stand him at any part of the business of what he's done. Tanked his way out of Ole Miss with the escort scandal.
What's the latest? He was with hookers at Ole Miss, or calling them up or whatever. I saw this story, Sean, but explain to the good folks here. We got about 100 folks here chilling out. Explain it to me.
So on Instagram now, there is a repost function where you didn't used to have a repost function and stuff would go onto your feed in the repost tab. Hugh Freeze, family man of Christ, reposting big titty fat asses on his page and getting caught up with it, doesn't know that he's not supposed to be doing it. This is from his page, Dan, and look at that to the left. What am I looking at here? From man of God, Hugh Freeze, leader of men. This dude is an all-time college football idiot. All time.
Yeah.
A complete disaster at every spot. He goes to Liberty and does my let me wash my hands Patino at Iona act. Like, oh, no,
Yeah.
look, I served my time at the lower school. Goes back to Auburn. All he does is golf. Doesn't recruit. Just quit. Just stop. I'm so over these coaches that just get in the club and are like, I'm in the club now. I'm good. No, people rely on you. This is big dog football in college. You should just quit and get a boat and be horny by yourself. I cannot stand Hugh Freeze.
I cannot stand him either, but for a different reason. I've always under-eyed. That's under-eyed. I've always under-eyed the overtly religious. I've always under-eyed the guys that lead with God. I've always wondered, what's going on here? I don't know why. In fact, the Christian church that I go to, I divide my time between Catholic and Christian, Sean. I go every Sunday or whatever. If I'm out of town, I watch. And the guy is so good at Traders Point Christian Church because he talks about this stuff. He talks about the mistrust. In fact, the Catholic priest last week over at St. Simon, he talked about it too with the Catholic faith. See, it's widely known that guys like Hugh Freeze impact religion. People go, because of Hugh Freeze, oh, that guy just, not Hugh Freeze, but anybody that talks about religion, he's full of crap. He's one of them fake Christians. You know what I'm saying? That's what Hugh Freeze does. I don't mind a guy being bad at their job. I don't mind a guy going off like Mick Cronin does. I hate phonies. I hate frauds. Hugh Freeze, by every account, like you said, get a boat, be a horny old man. Cool. You got a bunch of cash. More cash, hotter the girl. We get that. All right. But damn, don't be a jack Christian. Like, what are you doing? Like, be who you are. Look, fellas, I'm a horny dude. What can I tell you? Tell me you don't think this girl's hot, and then let's go on 3.
Yeah,
Swear to
exactly.
God, guys would respect that.
If that was his approach in front of these guys, if that was his approach, like, hey, fellas, I'm human too. Yeah, all right, I got you. But you just know he's preaching. You know every team meeting, he's preaching about something. And I'm sitting here, 20 years old, a mess of hormones, playing football, lifting weights, surrounded by women everywhere. I got my coach preaching at me to stay locked in. He's doing stuff like this. I would lose my mind. I would lose it thinking that this guy is my leader. Total joke to me.
People ask all of us Indiana players about Coach Knight, all right? Regardless of what people thought of him, when you played, you knew he was telling you the truth. Like, as the great Joby Wright said to the team one time, Coach ain't out chasing no bitches, so you shouldn't be out chasing no bitches. I mean, the whole team laughed, but we got the point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Coach didn't drink. So, all right, I'll give you that. But the truth of the matter is, when you're trying to BS us, come on, there is no way that this YouTube chat condones fake Christianity. There's no way. I'm looking here. Dabo Sweeney, Tony Gomez says, Dabo Sweeney only talks about God or whines about NIL. When in doubt, go to God. Hey, wait a second. Sean, we saw it. The 2 Providence players. The one idiot that shoved the kid. Oh, That's not how my faith leads me. When in doubt, God about my faith. The other clown in the Providence thing, you know what he said? I let my fatigue get in the way. Shut up! The great American penis. And by the way, I have T-shirts that I'm going to be selling here in a little bit. My crew's getting them. McAfee's crew's getting them. The Pardon My Take guys are getting them. But I'm going to have some for sale. Great American penis, American flag. There might be an eagle, although the eagle costs a lot. I'm telling you, the eagle jacks up. But honest to God, think about it. Think about it. Just tell us the damn truth.
That's what I hope. Yeah. Dabo doesn't cover. Dabo is 100% Dabo all the time. And that is, I'm going up here, I'm talking about God, and I'm standing by it, and you will never catch me pulling some nonsense like this. You might think I'm a bad coach. You might think that I've let this program go awry, but I'm not doing this nonsense. And that makes Dabo infinitely hireable to me. Infinitely hireable.
I agree. I did today just for the hell of it. I responded to some idiot killing me. I go, I'm a Christian. I don't know what that. Hey, how about Herman Bloom 275? Herman says, Dakich, I don't know what these emojis, Pyle is a self-proclaimed expert on all subjects. Let's talk about that. You've never heard me be a self-proclaimed expert on all subjects. So don't lie. Don't come on the YouTube chat and lie. I've never been a self-proclaimed expert. I am an expert on all subjects. I don't know what the hell to tell you. I mean, everything I say turns out to be right. But you don't like it because I liked your son when he was at Ohio State and played his booty up. Who cares what you like? Let me ask you a question, Sean. Why do people always have to tell me what they like? You know, I liked you as a player at Indiana, but your politics suck. I don't care what you like. I don't give a damn what you like. Sadly, however, he knows less than nothing about anything. I'll tell you one thing I know. I'll give you two things I know. I can raise the hell out of kids and stepkids. I mean, I can do that better as well as anybody. Honest to God, anybody. And I can give back to my community. Whether it's bikes, all the stuff we do that isn't public, we make the bike stuff public because, well, frankly, that's how we raise money. But I'll do those two things. Now, you know what's your name here? Herman, whatever. I get it. I get it. You're a little warrior guy. You're scrappy and tough and all that kind of stuff. But I'll never understand why people have to tell me what they like. Or a guy will say this, Sean. Well, it's the first time I ever agreed with you. Well, it's the first time you're not an idiot.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you know what I mean?
Normally you guys are really, you guys are off. I'm like, what do you mean normally? Just what are we talking about right now? All right. I don't need you bringing in all of your laundry to come to me. That's sloppy.
Yeah.
Just give me what you're thinking about right now. And I'm not taking any slack off of Herman. I wouldn't if I were you.
Herman's using emojis. I guarantee you Herman looks exactly what we think he looks like. A little douchebag white guy that hates his whiteness, that probably has a Ukraine flag in there, and he's voting for AOC. I don't care. I voted for Hillary. Kamala's really smart. I guarantee you that he's one of them dudes. Hey, have Dan sign your Bible. I'll sign your Bible. Hell, calm down, Baldy. Okay, I'm pretty calm. You see me when I'm not. Come see me in person. That'll be fun for you. But you got to give a waiver. See, you got to get a waiver. When I knock your ass out, you can't file charges. That's simple. That's a simple waiver. And you can't hit me in the right eye because I can't see. But anyway, it's a simple waiver.
No, that's it.
Herman,
this match is going to skew here. We can't have a one-eyed fighder. This is not something I can say.
I'm a one-eyed fighter right now. It's bleary. But can you see? Can you imagine what Herman looked? I can't see his little face here, but he's got a picture with Archie Griffin. Yeah, he's not Archie Griffin. He could never play, couldn't wipe his ass with either hand, only right-handed. So, he's just another guy. Tell me what I've been wrong about. That's what all right, we're going to, Herman, you tell me what I've been wrong about, and I'll address it. I'm the one that when I am wrong, I admit it. I know what I don't know. Dan, can't be fighting at your age. Give me a break. You don't want a piece of this. I ain't going to lie. I've been doing Tai Chi. Woo!
I can't have you doing Tai Chi in the ring. That is not, if you were doing Tai Chi in the ring and I'm sitting here, all right, bring it down, and you sit.
Yeah, I've been doing all that stuff. These hands are deadly weapons, baby.
We're shutting down.
Just don't hit me in the right eye. No, I did 30 minutes of Tai Chi before this show, and I walked 5 miles. I told you. This is Danny D's Don't Let the Old Man In. And people think Baldy is little white guys think Baldy is like I don't know the right word, insult. I got to tell you, ever since I came home, it's unbelievable. My wife is like, look, I'm going out of town. Don't go out because women will be hovering. It's unbelievable what happens. It's velvet ropes. You know what I mean. Man. Dan, you had to be pretty tough growing up in Gary, Indiana. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, now here comes, this is what always comes. I haven't even looked, but I guarantee you what comes. Oh, you're drunk. I don't drink. So it always comes to that. Oh, I touched a nerve. Oh, you're drunk. It always is that. I haven't checked the thing, but I guarantee you, Lil Herman, oh, you're drunk. Liberals always come at me, and then when you respond, they got to, well, January 6th. Okay. Epstein files. Well, Trump released all of them, and, you do you. Oh, you're drunk again. Well, you know what, Herman? Let's see. There it is. There it is. I didn't even look.
You.
There. You see it? Put down that pint of Jack Daniels, Dan. You can't live off the Carolina game forever. I haven't made a dime off the Carolina game. That was 50 years ago. I mean, damn. I beat Michael Jordan's ass then. I beat him a year later in golf. I mean, what do you want me to do? He just texted a buddy of mine, says he wants me to come down and play. Well, how am I living off of it? Nobody ever asked me in the hiring process, hey, did you stop Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
I'm living off of it.
It's like somebody calling you out for your GPA in college. Like, they don't check that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Get out of my face, GPA.
Oh,
Well, I'm
that's
going to
so
be in
funny.
that class. Yeah, all right. I got other stuff to do.
Yeah. Oh, you're living off that. It's always the same. Come on, people. Something original. Oh, you're drunk. That's always, I touched a nerve. And then they go victim. Then they go, the whiter little guy you are or the fatter woman you are.
Yeah.
I'm just
all
joking.
right.
No, seriously, let's have a conversation. I go, wait, you just ripped my ass here. And, or somebody will say something. I'll say, well, why didn't you lead with that? How about this? The play-by-play guy of Nebraska softball was on my ass yesterday talking about something, and I responded, and then he texts back with an actual question. And I asked him, why didn't you just lead with the question? Why do you got to be an insulting guy? Honest to God, I'll answer. You think any of these nameless faces, little white guys that are sad about being white are going to bother us? Stop.
You know what? People can't
victim
not
mentality
use a
is the worst.
qualifier. They need to qualify why they're doing something to themselves and to you. Just do it. Just do it. Just say it. That's fine. Be straight. We do have questions.
By the way, I was 3-0 in fights in college against IU football players. True story.
Oh, very nice. I'm happy for you, Dan. That's pretty good. We were.
I hit one guy. I think I told you the story. I was at my girlfriend Mo Mama's house, and he flipped off my fedora. Came up to me, he said something, he flips it off. And I was in the little entrance area, and I always throw the first punch because what the hell. Bam. He hit the wall, he went down, and he was like out. And I looked, I go, oh, crap. I go, Uwe, we better get the hell out of here. I tell that story every week. Go ahead.
We have questions from the YouTube that we will answer today. We will close talking about karaoke songs because I know Dan has some karaoke that he's got to get to. If you're in the chat, please drop your karaoke song. We're soliciting the best. So if you have a go-to, we're trying to draw some inspiration. So while you're in here, think of one, drop it in, and we'll all go through a nice review at the end.
Guy said he wants to hear more of my fights. I'll tell you another. We're getting ready for the state tournament in high school. I'm minding my own business. I'm sitting in the front. There's a student teacher. Big fat Bill Capranas was a tackle on the football team. Walks by, smacks my desk, loud enough for everybody to hear. Dakich, you're a pussy. I'm like, son of a biscuit maker. So I get up. I walk back. I said, what'd you say? He comes at me. I always throw the first punch. I drill him, knock him into Sarah Matthews' desk. She calls me a jackass. The teacher, the sub comes, takes us down to the freaking, office. He's bleeding. And I'm like, hey. I go to the principal. I know he's not going to kick me out because the state tournament's coming, and we were number 1 or 2 in the state and made a lot of money for the school. But anyway, Billy K. I like him. He's a good guy, big Greek guy. You don't walk up, call you names. He said later that he beat my ass and he had a face full of boom. I said, all right, you did. Good for you. I don't know. You're the one with the black eye and you fell on Sarah Matthews' desk. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, next. I got friends in low places. That's a hard one. What do you got?
Let's go. Oh, this is topical, actually. Let's go question 3 here. Dan, if you could punch one person in the face right now without repercussions, who would it be?
I hate to say this, but I would punch because I want them to die. I'm sorry. I want Bill and Hillary Clinton to die. I've never said that about a human being in my life. And God, I'm sorry, but God knows. They are liars. They are thieves. And now we got the latest jackass. What's her name? She's coming up, Chelsea. I would punch Bill Clinton, hope it glanced off him as well. And then I've never hit a woman in my life. I've never put my hands on a woman in my life. So let me rephrase that. I would beat Bill Clinton. I would like to beat Bill Clinton to a pulp and have his wife screaming and yelling at me. And I would say, I will not punch him if you two leave the world. And by the way, side note, I'm not suicidal. You ain't Vince Foster in me, people. You ain't doing it. But I would love to punch Bill Clinton. I think they are the most evil, lying, ridiculous people on the face of the earth. There you go.
Probably deserved.
You?
You know what? I want to say Hugh Freeze. I would definitely sock him right in his fat head. I'd punch him right in his fat head and tell him to get to work. I would have done that if I was his SID. I would say get to work.
Yeah.
Man. I don't care if I'm around.
Get to
that
work.
Guy, yeah, is seeing him golf, seeing him get to a 3 handicap. Jealous also, but seeing him just golf his ass off.
But here's the deal. You would never be around that guy. Like, you would never associate with that guy. Like, people say, I would never let my son play for you. I would never ask. I mean, look at you. What's this guy's name? Gomes? You know what I mean? Like, guys used to say, man, you're so I've watched you coach. I go, have I ever asked? I would never ask based on the father. I would never ask your son to play. And then guys, you get all flustered when you do that. But anyway, Dan, I actually think Bill Clinton's wife would root for me. I don't know. You can't punch women, but boy, oh boy, Hillary Clinton. Come on, Gritty. You know what I'm saying here. Dan, at what age did you start dating girls? I never did. Boys were my thing. How's that? No, I was always a horny little guy. Roxanne Renner. Oh, man. She wore a saddle shoes. And, you know, I went to Catholic school, so that plaid skirt. But her saddle shoes knocked me out. So she was my kind of sort of girlfriend. First girl I ever kissed on the bus going to a game. Yeah, that's right. I'm a horny guy. I come from a horny family. If it's a Dakich, it has sex. Let's just put it that way. And I would have said it in a different way. But you know what? I'm not swearing this month. Buffington is here. Gritty is here. Haas is here. Who else is here? Dan, who wins a one-on-one in hoops? You or Mike Woodson? Oh, I'd kick his ass. I mean, you see how fat that guy is? You guys don't understand. This is Danny D. I'm in shape. Ha! Ha! And then the guy goes, it's the greatest. Go to YouTube. You'll see my guys. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So there you go. I see no ashes on Dan. There's some ash. Side ash? I don't know. I'm just puffing. What else we got, big boy? I'm fired up. I got a big game tonight. Illinois State needs a win. Ooh. Wow. I'm going to go take my 4th shower of the day, wear my sack-up shirt, sit there and lead a team to victory from my couch. Next!
Let's go question 4. Wondering if sports betting has anything to do with athletes not playing hard intentionally. Is it because of illegal gambling on themselves? Mini 19561.
Boy, I don't know the answer to that. I'm going to say the answer is probably. Probably. I mean, do you agree with, I was listening to old Impolines, and he was saying, hey, man, if you're going to have all these ads for NBA players, then you got to take the good with the bad, and you can't get mad when someone fixes the game. And I'm like, on a weird level, Sean, that does make sense. But on a broader level, You can't be fixing games. Right. So I don't have the answer to that. I will say this. I've told this story many times. I sat out my best player in the middle of the game, sat him next to me, and I said, hey, are you fixing the game? Are you fixing today? Because you're playing so bad, you got to be fixing. No, I go to the end of the bench, come back here in 2 minutes off the clock, and convince me you're not fixing. I'll put you in because I can't be a part of that. It's always been a thought, but I don't know. I don't know. Do you? Do you think,
I think that there's always going to be temptation, and these guys are athletes, and if you know athletes, temptation holds a pretty tight grip with them. I saw an interesting take that if you're a player, you should have the option to opt out of player props. Where you tell the gambling company, no, take me off of it. Take my rebounds off, take my points off, take my assists off. I know you can't take my whole team off, but take me off of it because I don't want the death threats if I miss a 2-footer. I don't want it. I don't want to deal with it. And I think that's actually, I'm sure it's never going to happen, but that was actually a strategy that I didn't mind the option of.
That's solid. That's solid. Hey, did you see this? Listen to this from Iowa. Yesterday, Fred Hoiberg had a guy with a camera in his face. University of Iowa implemented court intrusive guidelines following last night's game. An individual gained access to the court through a restricted area, confronting Coach Hoiberg, putting Nebraska players, coaches, staff in a reactive situation. We apologize. We'll review. Charles Barkley said this. If a guy throws a drink on you, you are obligated to punch that guy. If people want to put phones in your face, you're obligated, if you have gap, to punch that guy or knock the phone out of him. These smart-ass little guys, now I'm sure whoever the guy is going to get himself, but I'm going to ask the YouTube chat here. If you saw what Hoiberg did, he's in a handshake line, fan gets on the court, puts a phone right in his face, Hoiberg smacks it. We might even have the video, I don't know. But am I wrong or am I right? Like, if I'm on the jury, Sean, I am not convicting Fred Hoiberg of anything related to punching a guy on the court that puts a phone in his face. Are you?
Hoiberg clears my vote. I do not think that he is getting a guilty from me. Now, that includes, like, incidental contact. If there is a court storming and people are bumping into each other, no, there's no ruling there. You decide to court storm, you take risk upon yourself. It's tough when at times you see the big football player getting a field storming and they decide to level a kid with no pads on. Yeah. Like, that is a tough look. It's really tough optics. But they were probably running their damn mouths all game. And they come down to the field, you lose in a gutting fashion. You see one of them teed up right in front of you. It takes a pretty strong man not to take that shot. So I completely understand it. I prayed to God that Maine or Virginia Tech just wanted to storm the field. I had eyes on the people that I wanted. Where I was, let me climb in these stands. Let me get it, but then I'd be off the team. So I had to have some restraint. I think Hoiberg completely vindicated. Go ahead. He should have grabbed that kid by the throat and put him over the scorer's table. Yeah.
Jeff Benson says, smack the smile right off his face, grab the phone, not give it back. Now, what are you going to do? Laugh Adam 123 says, Hoiberg, not guilty. That's right. That's right. No, I'm just saying that is exactly right. I don't know. I once heard Coach Dakich did something of import during an Indiana practice. Coach Knight ordered him to pick up the towels and jock straps in the locker room. You heard wrong. Remember Orlando Brown? That's right, Orlando Brown. He threw the flag back at the ref or pushed the ref. You can't be pushing the ref. Troy Gomez says is justified, and it happened in a matter of seconds. He could have been startled. That's right. No, look, there's not a court of Gap men alive that are going to say, guilty. Fred Hoiberg, you are guilty of assault. And you know the little clown is going to sue. You know the little clown is going to be a victim, right? I mean, we all know this. We do. We all know this. See you, Top Notch. Thank you. Have a blessed evening. There you go. So anyway, at the end of the day, hell yeah. Knock the living dog, didn't say it, out of the kid. guy. I don't care, but he's just a kid. No, he's not. What am I supposed to do? I mean, I don't know about you, but kids in Indy, they got guns and they're shooting. So don't at me with the crap. Don't at me with the absolute crap. Anyway, 317. Oh, I was going to give you my phone number. I thought we were doing a show. I do that every week.
Might need $1 for that slip.
Am I wrong about this? Why is Mick Cronin getting crushed? And I swear to God, John Shire gets a pass. Like, he literally lied about a felony. All right, Sean, take the opposite side. Why is Cronin's deal more egregious than what Shire did? Can you explain?
Because Mick Cronin looked angry. That's why. Because Mick Cronin had a tone about him, and John Shire is a guy who never seems to have a tone about him. Cronin all year has been ranting and raving, which I love. I want a ranting and raving lunatic. It's good for me in the media. I want coaches to be truthful, even if it's detrimental to the team. But since Mick Cronin looks like an angry guy, a lot of these people who have been like self-chemically castrated think that that he's angry at them. No, he's angry about the sport and the players in the game. And John Shire, he just rests. He stays at level. And so I think if you stay at level in the sport, you can get away with just about anything because I'm just doing my job.
I think it's a Duke thing. I think all these little weasels that are in the media, politics is different. Politics, you know what Democrats are about, you know what Republicans about, boom. Sports is different. Sports, you got to get on the right side of the media. And Cronin is clearly on the wrong side of the media. And to your point, the way he looks, the anger, all that kind of stuff, right? I mean, all right. But Shire's totally on the right side of the media. Oh, he won a national championship. Oh, he's a golden white dude from Duke, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I lift a cheek. You lied. You lied to the point where the district attorney, although he is a North Carolina grad and he had to defend that, said, all right, we're going to look into this. And they looked at hundreds, thousands maybe, I would assume, of phones, found nothing of a punch. It's not that big an area, people. It ain't that big an area. And I don't know why he gets a daggone pass and Cronin just gets killed for throwing a professional athlete back into the locker room and ripping an idiotic question. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it.
Is it the shadow of Coach K looming? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Like, we wouldn't want to bring the
Why did he get
down?
A pass?
Yeah.
Why there was an unbelievable article that exposed everything we knew in recruiting. Whatever Coach K was doing, it was in the Louisville paper, or I'm sorry, the New Orleans, Biscayne, whatever. And it was about all the players, including Trajan Langdon, Carlos Boozer, who somehow, some way, committed, went to Duke, and ended up in a new house in Durham. And it went through Chris Duhon, and it went how his mother got jobs. And I swear to God, that article vanished faster than my hair. I mean to tell you, after 3 bottles of wine on our back porch during COVID, I'm telling you, Sean, that article went away so damn fast that coaches are like, seriously, how did he do that? Like, how did he get rid of these articles? And he did. I'm telling you, there's always a backstory, Sean. Always a backstory. EWO1. Calvin Sampson should have gotten a pass at IU. He did. He got hired, cheated his nuts off, biggest scumbag ever, and he got paid $750,000 to go away. Sign me up. Why not? What else we got, Sean?
Let's go. Question 5. Been to Butler many times as a visiting team staff member. Yes, the arena needs major upgrade for their hoops and Olympic sports teams downstairs in their locker rooms and player development areas. That's from Ronlin Fonte.
Okay. Yeah. It's a dump. You can say it.
Yeah. I think he's just agreeing with your Butler being a tragic destination take there. But it
is terrible. It is awful. I'm telling you. You walk in and you go, all right, it is an absolute dump. I mean, when you compare it to the amenities somebody wants to say about Duke, Duke is state of the art. I mean, the Palestra's playing in the Ivy League. They're not trying to compete in the Big East. I saw a report today, and I don't know Gritty or any of my peoples, Brian Haas, have any of you guys seen where this is true? I just saw a thing where they said that Thad Matta's not going to return. I saw Lavin got his dumb ass fired. Lavin's the biggest flu. Oh, Jesus. Anyway. Hey, Dan, admit the Colts are bottom feeders. They're further away from the playoffs than they were last year. John M. Who are you talking to? I've been saying that ever since they fired the greatest general manager they ever had, Ryan Grigson. What are you talking about? I mean, don't come to me with that. I mean, hey, Ashy AF today. You deserve your wife. She don't deserve you. It's the summer of Dan, and I decree toxic masculinity is back. Don't hit, don't yell at, don't abuse, but toxic masculinity in this world means open doors. Walk around open car doors. Be polite. Take your hat off when you're at a play or a show. I should take it off here, but it's my house. Screw you. Anyway, a lady said this to me the other day when I think we were at a play, Lee and I, that we left halfway through in Chicago. I was on the end, and a guy and a gal came down our row, and I got up, got out, got in the aisle. Two older ladies said, "You're a gentleman." I said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Well, guys don't get up anymore. They make you climb over them." I said, "Well, this guy does because my wife would beat my mother would beat my ass if I didn't." I just thought that's what we always. I just thought that's what we all did. Look at my boy Aaron Spielberg in the house. What? I called him earlier to see if he was going to be on here causing a ruck-eye. And, he's on. What else you got, Sean Amatic?
Let's get into some hoops here. Question 6. Dan, my favorite in-game analyst of all time. I have 2 goofy questions, but have not come across a straight-line answer to either for decades. 1, what is the difference between a zone defense and a matchup zone defense? 2, what is the difference between a switching man-to-man defense and a matchup zone defense?
Very subtle. Zone defense, you play an area. All right? Matchup zone, you play the man in the area. So you may, in a zone, stand and not deny a pass. In a matchup, you might deny a pass. In a matchup zone, you may go through with a cutter to disguise it as a man-to-man / zone. But in a zone, you're playing an area. In a matchup, you're playing a man in the area, woman, whatever, in that area. Now, a switching man-to-man defense and what? What was this? What is here? And a matchup zone. It's a good question because they're very, very similar. But a matchup zone defense, you play that as opposed to a switching man-to-man defense if you don't want certain matchups to happen. So if I play a switching man-to-man defense, or Sean's playing a switching man-to-man defense against me, this happened in the Indiana game the other day. Illinois said, all right, it's a switching man-to-man. So we're going to switch. We're going to run an action where we're going to get Connor Enright, the point guard for Indiana, against this freshman kid. I can't remember his name. 7 times, which is a ton in a basketball game, Connor Enright got scored on because of that switch. When you're playing a man-to-man matchup zone defense, there's going to be automatic help for you. Meaning, if I match up, pass him off, I'm still in the same spot for the most, and that guy over there is already in help side. So you're still playing your area, you're playing the man, but you're not isolated ever in a matchup zone defense. Switching man-to-man defense, you get isolated on a bad matchup. I hope that explained it. But I think, we do not care, Dan. All right. Didn't you foul out against Jordan? I did. So did he. Ha ha! Knight kept me in the game with 4 fouls with about 10 minutes to go because he understood. And we were kicking their ass when I went out and then guys missed free throws. But I really don't remember. Anyway, it's just another day in my life. What'd you do today? I don't know. Kick the shit out of Michael Jordan. What'd you do today? I don't know. What'd you do today? I beat Barkley out of 1,400. What'd you do today? I mean, it's just another day. What can I tell you? Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? Pepe Le Pew says this is the greatest live show in sports. Now we got a conversation about would you? I'm not even getting into that. That's too stupid. No, that's too stupid. I always said my second wife was going to be from the beaches of Brazil. Yeah, as the great Sage Steele famously said about me, Double D likes the mocha. Yeah, he does.
Where's that coming from? Where is that coming from?
It's on the chat. It's on the chat. It is. It's on the chat. You know what I mean?
It's...
Hey, guy says, was there a coach you enjoyed coaching against because he challenged me? Hey, man, as bad as my last couple years went when I was playing pasty white football players and I had no scholarship, I had 3 scholarship players and none of them were any good, everybody was a challenge for my sorry ass. I'll tell you that right now. Early in my career, when I went to the MAC, they were great coaches. I mean, you can look them up. Bob Donewall was great. Charlie Coles was tremendous. Stan Joplin, really good at Toledo. A bunch of really good coaches. Danny Hipsher was great at Akron. He brought Akron back. But anyway, hey, I don't know who Myron Gaines is, but I'm in. Anyway, Dan, can IU be a top 5 team in the Big Ten next year? No doubt that why is DeFreeze considered the automatic man for the job? I'm curious about this. Like, why is he the man? Hey, do you think, hey, Sean, so the same AD hired in the same way DeFreeze, I forget his first, Devin or Darren, as the way he hired Cignetti. Okay, great. Did his research, didn't involve others. Cignetti goes on this great run. Indiana just got beat by 20, is going to be lucky to be 10-10 in the Big Ten. And it's not like DeFreeze took over a program that was like 2-14. So I ask you on the chat, why is DeFreeze the across the board IU coach? He's our guy. Why? I'm of the age where I don't give a crap who you are, except for Illinois State with my son. If I root for you, I want you to win. I don't care if you're the guy, you're not the guy, you're Woodson, just win. Hey, question for you. Speaking of Indiana football, I saw this today, people are talking about this, should the Raiders go get a Kirk Cousins and trade that first pick of Mendoza?
Oh, I've been seeing the rumblings for this. I've been seeing the pitches to get Mendoza. Like I saw one today, Mendoza to the Ravens, Mendoza and Crosby to the Ravens for Lamar. I'm seeing it. No, you take Mendoza is what you do if you're Vegas. All right. If we got this guy Tom Brady in the building, which people all keep on telling me is a big deal, they were terrible last year. Guess he couldn't fix Geno. But if you got Tom Brady in the building, you got this young OC Kubiak from Seattle, you take a swing on Mendoza. You have to. The guy is an action. I rolled up on him. I said, that's a quarterback.
I agree.
That is a guy that for me, my offensive lineman brain, he says something, I react. I snap to react. It's just a triggering habit. You look the part, you sound the part. You're a quarterback. You give Mendoza the full 4 years.
I agree. I agree.
Also,
and
these other teams didn't earn the first overall pick. You didn't earn it. So stop going and trying to get it.
But let me ask you this question. Do you think that's a terrible trade for New Orleans or for Las Vegas to get Lamar Jackson?
You know what? I actually do think it's a bad trade. I'm starting to sour on Lamar, and that's something I didn't think I would ever do. I thought he was going to be good in the NFL. I need to see him do something in the playoffs, Dan. Anything. Win a game. Win a playoff game. It matters to me. He's been a part of like 4 of the most entertaining regular season teams the NFL's had in his career. Highlight real plays. You beat the Browns by 30. Congrats. You beat Cincinnati once out of 2 years. Great. They're exciting. Do something in the postseason. God, I'm so sick of their ineptitudes.
There he is. All right, question comes in from Aaron. Does Sean have the greatest hair a lineman has ever had? Discuss. Open for I think he does. I mean, I don't know. I like Sean without, a hat. I don't like wearing a hat as a bald guy, but when I did the Gene Katie swoosh, I had to put the hat on. Yeah. But I got to tell you, big dog, if I had your hair, this is a true story, Take it from a man with some ass. Oh, I can say ass. With some age to him. Do something different with that hair about every month. Seriously. Like Tom Brady. Tom Brady does something. You got the locks. They might fall out sometime. Do something different with that hair about every month or every 2 months. One day, little mohawk. Maybe a little kid in play who might come on our show, apparently. By the way, John Sally joins us tomorrow. Do a little something different. Come on.
I could get it textured or something. That's no problem. My Lyman hair, you had a good one in Indy. Anthony Costanzo always had a really
Great
good head of hair. David Bakhtiari with the Packers. He always had an awesome head of hair. Long, flowing. You know who had good hair? Bruce Matthews had good hair also. Long-time NFL
Great
vet.
hair.
He had a great set of
Pulled it back?
hair.
Did his son pull it back? His son pulled it back.
Clay pulled it back, and then Jake Matthews has always kept it short. But yeah, Lyman hair, especially if you got a big neck, like Bruce Matthews had that huge neck that just made him look like a gladiator. I got a pencil neck now because I'm not trained. I don't have somebody to do my resistance training with me, so it's just sitting there.
How about speaking? I don't have somebody to do that for. I was talking with somebody about that. You know who that Andrea Carter is on ESPN?
Yeah.
Apparently, when she comes to do game day, she brings a photographer, a stylist, a social media person.
It's a different world, buddy. It's a different. We used to talk about sports. We used to talk about sports. That's what it used to be. You used to wake up, turn on the TV, maybe talk about sports, and they were good at it.
Hey Dan, it's Rob Snabers and crew at the barn watching. What's that? I want to go. We're wondering what your thoughts are on Hoosier legend Quinn Buckner and his role with keeping Mike Woodson at the helm for another year. All right, there's always a backstory, right? Quinn Buckner, Mike Woodson, Scott May, and I think that was it. They own most of Bloomington. See, Coach Knight cheated before cheating was cool. He set up Buckner and May to come to Indiana with a guy named Steve Ferguson, allegedly, who ran Cook Incorporated. Bill Cook is a billionaire. He invented a heart catheter. So in setting him up with this guy, when they got done playing, they got involved with their NBA money. They own every apartment complex. And I mean, this is going back. In 1985, Uwe, myself, our roommate Big Balls Billy, and Roger, we moved in. We found out our landlord was Mike Woodson, Scott May, All-American Player of the Year, Quinn Buckner. So that's the backstory. So that's why, guys, Buckner was never going to lose his buddy, Woodson. Buckner hated Alford, so he wasn't ever going to hire Alford. It was a daddy thing. It's the weirdest thing with Coach Knight. He tried that crap with my dad, and we're like, get out of here. Get out of here. Anyway, so that's the backstory. Looking back, maybe they should have gone after Dusty May a year earlier. I don't know. But you know what? Hindsight is 20/20. Buffalo Springsteen, speaking of Coach Knight disciples and understudy, he ever met his assistant coach and roommate at West Point, Gail Doherty? I did not. Gail was a great coach at Ohio Northern. I'm not going to go into the story, but no. Hey, Dan, it's Dirty Randy and the boys watching from the warehouse. Thoughts on the Winter Olympics? I haven't watched. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about them. I saw Lee and I were at the Billy Goat, and there was a speed skating thing going on, and we watched 6 or 8 laps of that, and
it's been pretty good. I've enjoyed it.
That's it.
It's been a pretty good
Have
substitution. Yeah, I like this skater.
What's your thought on it? What's your favorite sport that you didn't know anything about?
I've been tracking actually women's skating, it's figure skating. This girl Alyssa Liu, she's kind of like a pervert girl. She's got a grill in her teeth.
Will Freeze.
Yeah.
No.
This is not some Hugh Freeze. No. But I've been tracking that. She got a bronze. The Japan team was really good. And then there's this Stanford skier, Eileen Gu, which Chris Harris noted. People are all upset about her because she was like from the U.S. and is skiing for China. Whereas Alyssa Liu, her parents are like fresh off the boat. She's skating here in the U.S. So I'm kind of siding with Liu in this one. But I mean, what do I care about skiing? I like seeing guys get hit in the dick while they're skiing. That's made me laugh.
Like Rick Pitino coached, I think it's the Mexican national team. Are we mad at him? I mean, Mexico's bringing cartels over. I'm putting no, by the way. We have a, do you care about the Olympics? I am the first vote, and it is no. If you do, great. I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Bro, you watching figure skate? Yeah, why not? You're never watching figure skating until the Olympics. You know what I mean? Like, you're not watching. So, I'm not watching curling until.
Yeah. They're jumping up off the ice on skates, spinning around. You couldn't even fathom it if you're as bad of a skater as I am to be impressed by a skill, a mastery of a skill. It's not just sports. These are the masters, and I'm excited to watch them do this crazy stuff that they train all their life for, make dog water money for, and then they get the chance to do it. Yeah, I'll tune in.
Yeah, and all these little girls that are malnourished and start at like 5 years old having to be in the gym. Like now they're grown up to be 12, 15 years old, and now away they go. I'll tell you a story about that. So I go to Bowling Green. We have a son. I don't know, a couple years in. What's Andrew, 4 or 5? I don't know, whatever. He's 6, 7. I think he must have been 6 or 7. Guy stops me and goes, "Hey, Dan, we'd love to see, I know Andrew's a basketball guy, but boy, you ever thought about playing hockey?" I said, "Yeah. I loved hockey as a kid. I played it every day after school, after practice or before practice." He goes, "Oh, man, we'd love to have him on one of our teams." I go, "Tell you what, you guys still practice at 6 o'clock? Because there's only one ice." They go, "Yeah." I said, "Call me again when he's 16. Because I ain't getting up and taking his ass to practice at 6 in the morning every freaking day, sitting in a cold rink. He ain't never going to play, ever in the NHL. Ain't never going to play in juniors overseas. Never. It's the same thing I did. All you guys get excited about Little League baseball. Little League coach said, "Hey, he's our best pitcher. He's like 12. I go, "Pitch him every game. He ain't pitching in the big leagues." Danny Plesac, 19-year veteran, when he was 12 and we were playing, he was pitching in the big leagues. Now, I would have taken care of my son's arm if it was Danny or Joe, his brother, who was a second-round pick. And those two dudes were playing in the big leagues. I told him, "Hey, this is the highlight of his baseball life. 12-year-old state champs, pitch his ass. Who cares?" And they won. So there you go. Yeah, and hockey's expensive. That's right, Troy. That is absolutely right. We got a lively crew here today. Dan, you ever shove Alfred in the locker room? No, but I did pee on him. I used to pee on him all the time. We had these circular showers, and Whitman, Randy was All-American national champ. And I'm sitting there my first practice, and I go, "You're peeing on me." He goes, "Yeah." And so I had to pass that down to Alfred. But no. You cannot ski for China and live in the United States. I don't know. No, okay, I'll go with you. I don't want to start an international incident here. All right, if you say so, if all you guys say so, then all right, there you go.
What do you mean you were peeing on the guys, Dan?
Well, I got peed on, and then I peed. No, you're in the shower. It was a shower, head all the way around. Yeah. Guys under the shower, you just turn a little bit, and on the leg, and then you laughed.
That is some Midwest nonsense. You guys were just having a good time shooting hoops, peeing on each other. That is insane. That is the decorum in the post game shower.
Randy Whitman, when he was the coach of, he was the head coach of the Washington Wizards, and he got mad. I don't know if he got mad, but they called me to, "Hey, talk about Randy." I said, "I'm going to tell you the greatest thing Randy Whitman ever did at Indiana basketball, and it was not winning a national championship. It was not being the most valuable player of the Big Ten, and we won the title in 1983. It wasn't. Randy Whitman, before practice, would amuse us. He could fart on command. He would get on the ground, roll back, and we would count him. I think his record, I don't know what his record was, 40, 50 in a row, I don't know. And then we'd be ready for practice. There you go. And then it was a big article in the Washington Wizards blogosphere. I don't think he was too happy about that.
You know, you need one of those guys on the team. I'll give it to you. That's pretty good. You can do that, then we're all having some fun in the locker room. We would just fight.
Yeah. Huh?
We would just fight. That would be the fun. It would be that day. It would be whoever. And people wanted to take on the O-line group. And it would just become a scrum. And then after.
Like a real fight?
Not like a real. It was more like pro wrestling. But, you never want to get, choked out or anything. Some guys took it real seriously. For the most part, it was just a good scrum.
My wife asked me if I wanted a salad. I can't eat meat today. So, Van Pasterman in the house. What? I don't know. I would assume Alfred peed on Jeff Oliphant or Ricky Calloway or I don't know, but I know he did. Whitman introduced us to when we did our running program, we'd have to go on a mile run to get to the track. And Randy Whitman and Ted Kitchell were buddies on the Jordan Extension. If you know Indiana, it's the Jordan Extension. He taught us how to hop the bus and go up the hill to the Jordan Extension and then go to our running. Anyway, all right. What else we got? What's going on, Van Pastor, man? Randy Whitman lived in Carmel. Probably did when he was playing for the Pacers. He played 100 years. There's a lot of – all right. Anything else? No, it's not gross, gritty. Women do way grosser things. Don't even try it. I did a show one day, Sean, where I talked about who's grosser, men or women. Locker rooms.
Yeah.
Women, landslide.
You'd be shocked. A lot of people would be shocked at the behavior that women are capable of in locker rooms as athletes. If you have sisters, the situation. It's a jarring realization for many to realize that they're humans too, and they're disgusting.
All right, I got to go eat, and I got to get ready. I got to shower. I got to put on my sack-up shirt. And you know what? I got to get ready for Illinois State taking on freaking. Come on, let's go. Hey, by the way, taking on Murray State. By the way, like, comment, and subscribe. There it is. Subscribe now. Sean, great work. Everybody that's on this chat, I can absolutely not thank you enough. It's always a lot of fun. We're going to be back here next week. There you go. See ya.